what's up YouTube? In this video we're going to talk about how to remove mold and mildew from your house, specifically from your walls and ceilings. Mold and mildew is a fungus and it typically grows in moist areas, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to mitigate that issue, how to take care of it quickly, easily, effectively, and how to prevent it from coming back in the future. First things first. Mold and mildew typically do not grow in areas that are well ventilated. Areas where you'll most likely see mold and mildew are in your bathroom because of all that steam that builds up while you're taking a hot shower. If you don't ventilate the bathroom, you're more likely to have mold and mildew develop in the ceilings and on the walls. So, in this video I'm going to talk about the easiest way to get rid of it, okay? And that's with this. Clorox or bleach will take care of mold and mildew like a charm. It even says removes stains and mildew on the front of it. So what you're going to need for this job is a gallon of Clorox bleach and a spray bottle. Next thing we're going to talk about is PPE you're going to need for the job. So as you're spraying the Clorox, you want to make sure you're protected. Okay, because this stuff, when it gets into your eyes and ears, mouth and nose, and as you're smelling it, it can really irritate your senses. Don't ask me how I know this. So, first things first, you're going to need a hat. You're going to want to protect your head from any sort of Clorox that may be floating around in the air or dripping off of the ceiling. Next thing you're going to need, some safety goggles or glasses. Okay, I have glasses. I don't have safety goggles with me. These will do just fine. Next thing you're going to need is a mask. So this guy has two double straps on it. What we're going to do is we're just going to put it right over our mouths. This is going to prevent any sort of Clorox vapors from getting inside of... Alright guys, so sorry about that. These glasses broke, so they're junk. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to improvise here. I don't have a second set of glasses, but I suppose I can try to make these work for this video. So they're just going to have to hang out just like that. So we have our mask, we have our goggles or glasses, we have our hat, and we have our nitrite gloves. So these are really important because they'll prevent the Clorox from actually burning your skin. Typically you'd want to wear long sleeve shirts, pants, and boots for the project. I don't have a long sleeve with me. I'm just going to be very careful, make sure I don't get any on my skin. If I do, I'm going to go ahead and immediately wash it off. So the more you dilute Clorox with water, the less hazardous it is, and the less likely it is to burn you. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take care of one spot here. There's mildew all over this frickin' house. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat the whole house. But I'm going to show you guys a sample of what all this is going to look like. So I'm going to zoom in on one spot, and you guys are going to be able to see this thing go away step by step over time. So another thing you want to watch out for is if you've got carpets on the ground, you're going to want to make sure you cover up the carpets because the Clorox will bleach your carpets. It will damage your floors. So we're fortunate enough that in this house, the floors are getting replaced. So we can just spray, and if anything falls on the ground, any Clorox falls on the ground, it's going to be alright, okay? But in a situation where you have a fresh set of carpets, okay, you're going to want to make sure they're covered and that you get no dripping onto the carpets. And if you do, you're going to want to make sure you have a tarp laid down or some sort of a sheet down on the floor to prevent it from staining the ground. Last thing I want to talk about is removing excess. You know, at the end of the day, you may spray on a little bit extra, and a great way to take care of that is to keep a moist sponge in the area that you're working in and just wipe the surface clean as soon as you're done. So that makes sure, you know, you don't have any extra Clorox sitting on the wall. One thing I would recommend is opening up any doors and windows to make sure you get proper ventilation, okay? If you feel like you're running out of air, gasping for air, leave the room, step outside, wash your hands, face, and body from any Clorox, okay? This product, guys, can be extremely harmful if it's full strength and it comes in direct contact with your eyes or mouth. You should not ingest this. You should not breathe it for long periods of time or at all. You shouldn't breathe this stuff at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in, we're gonna treat the area, we're gonna leave the room, let it cure, we're gonna make sure the room is ventilated by keeping the windows open and the doors are open, okay? And then we're gonna leave the house. You know, we're gonna leave the house for a couple hours, come back, hopefully the smell isn't as strong or not present at all, and you know, we'll be on our ways. So the thing about using Clorox is you got to be very conscious of what's going on around you. Okay, try not to do this procedure if there are kids in or around the house. You know, take them to the babysitter, have a family member watch them while you guys are doing this. These are harmful products, okay? And so is mildew. You know, you don't want to be breathing this stuff in. You don't want to be sleeping next to mildew. You don't want to be eating mildew or licking mildew or looking at it the wrong way because it might kill you. Alright guys, now we're going to talk about how we're going to protect the surface that we just cleaned. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is go out and purchase a paint primer. Okay, I decided to go with this. This is called Zinsser. Okay, it's a mold killing primer. Okay, this stuff has a mildewcide built into the paint, and what it does is it protects the wall from mildew and mold coming back. It'll kill whatever's left and it'll protect the surface, okay? And when this stuff dries, it's actually paintable. You can paint right over it, whatever color you decide to choose for the room. This stuff is the painter's pro choice. I love it, it works great. I highly recommend it. Use this stuff. It'll prevent the mold and mildew from coming back.